Floyd Mayweather Jr., a name synonymous with boxing excellence and extravagant wealth, has long been a polarizing figure in sports and pop culture. Known for his undefeated record, defensive mastery, and unapologetic flaunting of riches, Mayweather has crafted a persona that thrives on spectacle. However, recent reports, including a detailed exposé by Business Insider, suggest that his carefully curated image may be unraveling, with claims of financial missteps, dubious investments, and questionable real estate deals casting doubt on his empire. This narrative, pieced together from various sources, including social media, news outlets, and public commentary, paints a complex picture of a man whose obsession with projecting wealth may be leading him toward financial and reputational ruin. At the heart of the controversy is Mayweather's claim that he purchased 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan, a deal he boasted about on Instagram. In a video, he invited followers into his lifestyle, proudly declaring ownership of these properties without partners, emphasizing that even the retail spaces within the buildings belonged solely to him. The announcement was quintessential Mayweather, flashy, confident, and designed to inspire awe. He urged his audience to check out photos of the buildings, framing the acquisition as a testament to his real estate prowess and encouraging others to follow in his footsteps. The deal, reportedly valued at $42 million, was presented as part of a larger $400 million portfolio, positioning Mayweather as a savvy investor diversifying his wealth beyond the boxing ring. However, Business Insider's investigation threw cold water on these claims, asserting that there's no evidence of such a sale in public records. The properties, part of a portfolio managed by Black Spruce, a real estate firm, appear to remain under their original ownership. The lack of documentation raised questions about the veracity of Mayweather's statements. Was he exaggerating his involvement, or had he misunderstood the nature of the deal? Some speculated that he might own shares or have a stake in the portfolio rather than outright ownership, a nuance that could explain the discrepancy. Mayweather later clarified that when he said the investment was all his, he meant no one else funded his portion, suggesting he was part of a larger ownership group. This admission, while plausible, muddied the waters, as it contradicted his initial claim of sole ownership and fueled skepticism about his credibility. The real estate saga is just one thread in a broader tapestry of financial controversies surrounding Mayweather. Critics argue that his incessant need to showcase wealth, whether through videos of cash stacks, private jets, or designer clothes, signals insecurity rather than strength. Social media posts, where he lays out bundles of $100 bills like a buffet or counts millions in a bank vault, have become a hallmark of his brand. Yet, as commentators like Shannon Sharp have pointed out, this behavior may reflect poor financial habits. Real wealth, they argue, doesn't need to proclaim itself so loudly. The constant flexing, especially as Mayweather approaches 50, has raised red flags among observers who see it as a sign of overcompensation for deeper financial troubles. Mayweather's financial woes aren't limited to questionable real estate deals. His history is littered with allegations of promoting dubious financial schemes, particularly in the cryptocurrency and NFT spaces. In the early 2010s, he was heavily involved in promoting initial coin offerings, ICOs, many of which were later deemed scams. One notable case involved Centrate, an ICO he endorsed, which led to a 3-year ban from promoting securities after the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, intervened. Mayweather narrowly escaped a fraud lawsuit by arguing he wasn't influential enough to sway investors, a defense that, while successful, did little to enhance his reputation. After the ban lifted in 2022, he dove back into the crypto world, promoting Ethereum Max alongside Kim Kardashian and launching his own NFT projects, including Mayverse and Floyd's World. These ventures have been met with mixed results. While Floyd's World reportedly earned Mayweather $4.9 million, the NFT's value plummeted over 90%, leaving investors furious. Comments on social media accused him of abandoning projects after the initial hype, with one user sarcastically noting that his previous NFT, a Trial Floyd NFT, was left to collect dust shortly after launch. The pattern of promoting high-risk, speculative investments has drawn comparisons to other celebrities who faced backlash for similar endorsements. Critics argue that Mayweather's failure to learn from past mistakes, particularly after his SEC settlement, shows a reckless approach to his public influence and financial decisions. Beyond crypto, Mayweather's financial troubles extend to unpaid debts and broken promises. Fans have accused him of taking money for meet and greets, appearances, and exclusive merchandise that never materialized. A TikTok expose highlighted how much of his brand relies on hype rather than substance, with promised deliverables often failing to materialize. Even high-profile figures like Logan Paul, who fought Mayweather in a 2021 exhibition match, have publicly called him out. Paul claimed Mayweather owed him $3 million from the fight, accusing him of stringing him along with excuses. Paul's frustration culminated in threats of legal action, with the YouTuber joking that Mayweather might be broke. While Paul's comments were partly tongue-in-cheek, they underscored a growing perception that Mayweather's finances are not as robust as he projects. The Dubai incident, another chapter in Mayweather's saga, further fueled speculation about his financial state. Reports surfaced that he was trapped in Dubai for 50 days over an unpaid jewelry debt. According to sources, someone in his entourage allegedly stole a piece of jewelry, and Mayweather was held accountable until the matter was resolved. While he reportedly paid for the item, the incident painted a picture of chaos in his inner circle and raised questions about his ability to manage his affairs. Former friend and rapper 50 Cent also shared stories of unpaid debts, claiming Mayweather never reimbursed him for projects he funded, dismissing the obligation with the excuse that he hadn't asked for the help. These anecdotes suggest a pattern of exploiting relationships for financial gain, only to discard them when convenient. Mayweather's spending habits are another point of contention. Insiders, including fellow fighter Chael Sonnen, have suggested that his lavish lifestyle, private jets, luxury cars, and strip club extravaganzas like Girl Collection, has drained his earnings. Sonnen went so far as to call Mayweather broke, arguing that his reported $300 million payouts from fights against Manny Pacquiao and Conor McGregor are long gone. After taxes and expenses, boxers typically keep only a fraction of their earnings, and Mayweather's penchant for ostentatious purchases, like properties that cost money to own, has likely eroded his wealth. Sonnen's critique echoes a broader sentiment. Mayweather's focus on materialism over prudent financial management could be his undoing. In the ring, Mayweather's defensive style, while effective, earned him as many detractors as fans. His fights, often criticized as boring, drew viewers hoping to see him lose rather than win. His arrogance, coupled with a public persona that prioritized money over legacy, alienated many. He famously declared, "Money over legacy, currency over legacy," a mantra that encapsulated his philosophy but also made him a target. When he returned from retirement to fight Logan Paul, it was clear the motivation was financial, not competitive. The exhibition, dubbed a YouTube circus match, was a payday to offset mounting debts, but it backfired when Paul accused him of non-payment, turning the event into a public relations nightmare. Mayweather's legal troubles add another layer to his challenges. In 2011, he served 2 months in jail for a misdemeanor related to a domestic dispute, an experience he described as a loss of freedom that underscored the fragility of his fame. More recently, the threat of lawsuits from Logan Paul and others looms large. These legal battles, combined with his history of promoting scams and dodging financial obligations, paint a picture of a man spiraling toward a reckoning. Even his claim of earning $100 million from the McGregor fight has been questioned by insiders, who argue that his pay-per-view numbers and net worth are often exaggerated. Public perception of Mayweather has shifted dramatically. Once celebrated as one of boxing's greatest, he's now a cautionary tale of ego and excess. Commentators like Shannon Sharpe and 50 Cent have criticized his obsession with image, warning that it distracts from building lasting wealth. His fans, while still loyal, are increasingly vocal about their disappointment, particularly those burned by his NFT ventures. Social media, once a platform for Mayweather to showcase his success, has become a double-edged sword, amplifying both his boasts and his missteps. Critics revel in his potential downfall, seeing it as a comeuppance for years of arrogance. As Mayweather nears 50, the question isn't whether he can stage another comeback in the ring, but whether he can salvage his financial and personal legacy. His empire, built on fists and bravado, is showing cracks. From fake investments to unpaid debts, from legal threats to public feuds, the signs of decline are unmistakable. Yet, Mayweather's resilience, honed through decades of defying odds, suggests he won't go down without a fight. Whether he can pivot from flaunting wealth to securing it remains to be seen. For now, the man who once called himself the best ever is grappling with a new opponent, the consequences of his own choices. His story serves as a stark reminder that wealth, without wisdom, is fleeting, and even the undefeated can fall.